What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the Knab and Ro Show. I'm here with my compatriot and partner in crime, Ro. Say hi, Ro.
Hi, kids.
And welcome back to the podcast. So tell us, Ro, what are we discussing today?
We are going to be discussing smells.
Smells?
And
Wait, no. Yeah, it smells and smells. Don't give away the fun part.
All right, just smells.
Just smells. But smells? What in God's name do you mean, smells? So basically, we're just going to talk about smells, certain smells that make us think certain ways, remind us of our childhood. Smells that, if we smell that specific smell, that's it. Game over. No more courtesy sniffs. That's it. So we're going to be talking about all that stuff. But tonight, we have a very special guest with us. My good, dear friend, who's basically all but adopted, Catherine. Say hello, Catherine.
Howdy.
Howdy. So she's going to join us today and having some fun talking all about smells. So I want to start this off because I thought about this a little bit. So if there was a smell... Okay, so smells you like. So think about smells that when you smell them, it takes you back. Like, oh man, that one reminds me of this, or it reminds me of that. It could be a time that you did something and that specific smell is there. It could be the smell of like grandparents' house, anything, just anything whatsoever. So my big one, so I was in marching band, right? And in marching band, we take school buses to all the football games and different events like that, right? The smell of the exhaust from a bus reminds me of all those road trips and stuff like that. I love the smell of exhaust. It's weird, but something about it.
Probably because you got high off of it.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, it's like, I don't even remember half of those trips. Oh, man.
Now we know why.
Yeah.
He's passed out in the back.
Hey, I plead the fifth. Of that one. But come on, you guys have been on road trips on buses, whether it's charter buses, whatnot, and you get that smell. It's like a diesel smell too, right? Like it has that really unique smell to it.
You're talking to the girl that get motion sickness, so I didn't enjoy those trips.
Oh, well, yeah, it's true. That's very true. So what?
I mean, if you were talking about school buses, though, I think the smell of the worn leathers is what brings me back to that more than the exhaust.
I cannot forget the school bus smell.
Yeah, like old
Those
leather
seats.
Yeah.
And they have that like plastic paste they put on the rips to kind of fix it. It looks like this random weird scar.
Yeah.
On it. Yeah. Oh man,
that's what I remember most about buses.
Yeah,
not so much the exhaust.
Yeah, I can smell the inside of the bus now that you guys are talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is. It's like a smell like that. Oh, when they got hot, when those seats were hot, it was even. Oh, that smell was stronger.
Off of it in the summertime.
Oh yeah.
Worst.
Hey, but I do have a question. Did you guys know that first French fries weren't actually cooked in France? They were cooked in Greece. So, welcome to the little thing I told Ro not to talk about. I am going to, and Ro is going to, throughout the podcast, throw out a dad joke or a joke like that, try to get everybody else to laugh. But it's not just like, hey guys, let me tell you a joke. It's, let me just throw something in there. So, Ro, whenever you're talking and you want to throw out your joke, just surprise us.
Oh, that's going to be hard.
Well, hey, challenge. That's my challenge to you today.
All right. Okay.
So, Catherine, being our guest, tell us about a smell that you can remember that makes you think of something or remember something.
Ooh, there are a few. I'm trying to pick one.
Seeing as you have children, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, there's those smells, but I don't think we want to take that route. I think. See, I love the smell of a barn, like whether there are animals in it or not. Some people don't like that smell, but
nope, I do.
I love going into those. We use cedar shavings in our barn, so our horses are spoiled. But it sort of reminds me. I had a pet guinea pig when I was little, and I never really liked the smell, but it's like magnified because my horses are like giant guinea pigs, and I love. I don't know why. But I love that smell.
Wait, I'm trying to pick the or picture the resemblance between a guinea pig and a horse. And I'm picturing this horse with a fatter body, stubby legs that you ride on. Oh.
And a pinwheel.
A what?
And a pinwheel. Those little pinwheels in their cages.
Oh, that's right.
I mean, they eat grass, they eat hay, they sleep on shavings. They're pretty much the same thing, just 1,000 pounds bigger.
That's right. So would you say it's the overall barn smell, or do you think it's that cedar that really adds that extra smell for you?
I think it's the overall barn smell, because anywhere you go, especially old barns, like, just the older they are, they just have that characteristic smell. When I was little, I did horse training in this, horseback riding in this really old barn, just thrown together with scraps of wood, and it was ancient, but it smelled so good. It had history, and I think that's what I like about it. It's like an old book.
Right.
Like, that's another one, as an old book.
Yeah, old books smell great too.
Well, let me tell you, have you ever gone to, like, for us here in Cincinnati, it's the Beast roller coaster at Kings Island. It has that real old wood smell to it. Or any other, I don't know what you have over there, Ro, but those like wooden roller coasters that have been 30 plus years old, and it just has that real musk of old aged wood. You know what I mean?
Smell of death.
No, I don't ride roller coasters. I don't tend to visit amusement parks.
Thank you.
But,
I don't either.
Yeah, no, I don't have any woody smelling roller coasters.
Well, I will tell you, if you ever come to visit us in Cincinnati, you should go to Kings Island and we'll go and sniff the roller coaster. It's now a thing we have to do.
It's a scratch and sniff.
Yeah.
No. I mean, the smell of roller coasters, to me, roller coasters smell like death and vomit. So, no, thank you.
I was going to say vomit, but I was trying to keep it polite.
Oh, no. Not on this show.
Oh my gosh. But why do we tell actors to break a leg? Honestly. Because every play has a cast. Yeah. See how
my God.
See how I weaseled that one in there?
No.
Oh my dear God. But okay, I want to go back to the whole barn smell, and I think you could even take that a step further. It's the smell of the farm, or just being out in the open, the paddocks, just the fresh air. It's just getting away from the city, you know what I mean?
Having enough land to where it's more open. Like, we still have neighbors and stuff like that. They're within walking distance. They're close. But having that cleaner air, especially with everything that's going on in the world right now, not having as much traffic pollution and everything, you can tell a difference. You just go outside, even though it's spring, and you breathe in, and it's pollen, and then the coughing and wheezing of doom.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's nothing better than waking up in the morning and going outside and just breathing in that morning dew air on like a nice spring summer day. You can't top that.
I like that about camping too. When you wake up before everybody else does in the campgrounds, and you're like,
"Oh yes,
this is great."
You know, I'm going to give a shout out to Karen. Is my friend's mother. They own. I think. Well, they just sold their old house, but they're building on that same property, but a little bit further over. But they still own a big patch of the woods, like complete woods, where I go camping sometimes. Just myself, Zuri, my German Shepherd, and now soon I'll bring my son Roran with me. But I've been talking, and Catherine knows this. I need to go camping. I have to go out. I have to get out of there and do something. I'm going crazy. And I actually just talked to my friend's mom, Karen, today, and she said, yeah, you can go there anytime you want. Hike out there, find a spot, rake it out, camp, do whatever you want, use the wood, you're fine, good to go. And I'm telling you what, that was like a breath of fresh air. It was literally just like a stress lifter. I'm like, oh, just to think I'm going to be there soon camping. I'm so excited.
Yeah, it's definitely fun camping. I've taken the kids.
Yeah. So, Ro, tell us about your smell that reminds you of something. What's the one you really can pinpoint?
So I have two. One is the smell of the ocean. We go to the beach every year, and the beach is my happy place. So when I, crest over that hill and roll down the windows, I definitely am just like, it's the beach. It's great. I love it. Pacific Coast. And the other one is, and people might think this is weird, and it is quoted in a movie, but I loved it before the movie came out. But I enjoy the smell of freshly sharpened pencils.
Oh.
I know that smell.
Yes, it's great.
You gotta use the wall grinder one.
Yeah.
The hand.
And you know, that's not really a smell you smell much these days.
No, definitely not.
I mean,
but I do. I appreciate a good pencil smell.
Yeah, but they have the automatic clicker pencils now.
Pencils. I hate those.
Irritate me because they break the second you touch the paper with it.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah. Oh man. And I can even hear. We should do sounds sometime because I can even hear the sounds of that wall sharpener, Catherine, you're talking about.
Yeah, we have one in our barn.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
That's.
I inherited before my boss retired. I worked with everybody. She worked there like 50 years or something like that. So she retired. I inherited a old manila bubble wrapped envelope of pencils that were pre-sharpened that are probably older than me. But they have that smell. And I was just thinking about that. I'm looking up at them on my fridge. I'm like, now I want to go over there and smell them.
Well, and smelling pencils along those lines, but like the cherry magic marker.
Yeah.
Oh my god. You sniffing markers, Ro?
No.
You were that kid in class, weren't you?
Do you remember when they tried doing the like scratch and sniff wallpaper?
That was lame. No. It didn't even happen. Like these scratch and sniff stickers we had growing up were lame. They like never worked. The only one I could ever really get to smell good was either the grape or the orange.
It's because it's an overwhelming smell.
Yeah.
How do you drown a blonde?
Oh.
Put a scratch and sniff sticker at the bottom of the bowl.
Oh, jeez.
I feel offended.
Nice segue.
I'm just saying.
Like chlorine.
It's right. Oh, okay. So there's a good smell to talk about. So I have a clinic of mine up in Springboro, up near closer to Dayton, that is in like a shopping center, and right next to the clinic is a tiny miniature pool for kids, for like kids training. And every time you go into that clinic, it's just that rush of chlorine and just lovely clean smell.
I love the smell of Comet.
Oh yeah,
Comet cleaner.
Comet.
Oh my gosh. Do you remember the song for Comet?
Nope, let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Oh my gosh. I cannot believe I remember this. It's kind of embarrassing. What is it? It's Comet. It makes your mouth turn green. Comet. It tastes like gasoline. Comet. It'll make you vomit. So drink your Comet and vomit today.
What?
Oh my god, that's great. I remember that. Yes, I do. I remember that now.
I don't know where I learned that from.
From grade school. Yay. Public education.
Who paid attention in school?
Yeah, well, I mean, the important things, right?
Wasn't me. I was sniffing markers, apparently. Markers and pencils.
Hey, I graduated on the honor roll. You know how I found out? From the newspaper, because I didn't pay attention enough in class to realize I graduated with one.
That's great.
I know, right?
You're like, what? That's me? What's going on?
So what about, okay, thinking of Comet and the chlorine smell made me think of Pine Sol, which henceforth took me to just the smell, and this is kind of go back outdoors, but the smell of being in a forest. Like, think of the hills of Tennessee, you have a lot of trees, Ro, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
The running trees. We have trees.
We have trees.
Yeah. That smell when you have a gust of wind go through the pine forest and you just smell that pine. Oh my god.
I'm a sucker for a good spruce tree too. Yeah.
See, I went down to the gorge and went camping last fall, and that, it was in the fall, so it was cold, but that smell from like spring to summer, each season has its own smell.
Right.
I feel like, and I'm kind of excited to go back because I'm interested to see what it's like in the summer.
Yeah, and honestly, I think it's the best time to go camping to get those real smells, in my opinion, is fall, because you have the change of the leaves as the leaf fall. Those leaves they have their own unique smell from that season.
Crisp.
Yes. And then and that's the thing, you get the crisp air, and then as you breathe in, you get this kind of like chill in your schnoz as you're breathing in all of that goodness, you know what I mean? I absolutely love it. So let's move on to Smells you cannot stand. And, Ro, I will let you go first if you'd like to.
Well, let's see. Other than the obvious dirty diaper smell.
Oh, God.
Brand new
Yeah.
baby derpy diaper smell.
Ugh, gross. And rank cat litter smells too. That's
Oh, my gosh.
gross too. Let's see. What don't I like? I do not like the smell of microwaved fish.
Bro,
Ew.
because it gets a little extra fishy.
It's just I love fish, and like the first time you cook it, yeah, sure, fine, no problem. But the microwaving of it is just no bad. It's horrible.
Because you got to put the right spices, and you got to put it either on the grill or on a skillet or the broiling
Yeah.
pan. You know,
Well,
you
and
gotta do it the
leftovers
right
are never
way.
good. I mean, other than like pizza and maybe chicken, but leftovers aren't very good.
Salmon is the only fish that I have ever been able to do in a microwave that I have been
Salmon.
able to tolerate. Yeah, I
Yeah.
love fish, but you don't do leftovers unless it's salmon. That's about the only one.
I'll agree with that. I'll agree with that wholeheartedly for that. But so I want to go to the first thing you said, baby dirty diapers. Okay, the worst thing, okay, because I have a 1-year-old, right, is not just the baby dirty diapers, but you have the diaper pail that when you put your foot on that thing to open the lid to throw in the next dirty diaper, and you have that like day or 2 or 3 old poopy diaper that's been festering in the bag inside there, and all of a sudden you get this giant whiff of like 3 days worth of dirty diapers,
Right.
and then
You're a brave soul.
and then you put the kid down to sleep. So you're on the rocking chair, like I have a rocking chair. I put him on a boppy, put him in my lap, and play some music or hum to him, sing to him, get him to go to sleep, right? And you have that waif of that stench in the room as you're trying to put the kid to sleep, and you're thinking, if I'm about to gag, how the hell is this kid going to go to sleep? You know what I mean?
It also reminds me of those like old lazy boy or recliner chairs that grandpas are in, and they've had them for like ever, and they go to sit down, and then you hear like the air come out of it, and you just know it's full of like fart gas. It's just like, that's right up there with those dirty diapers, I tell ya.
Oh man, and and speaking of kids, if a child refuses to sleep during a nap, are they guilty of resisting arrest?
No. Lame.
Oh, I'm the only one coming with the jokes here. At least I'm trying, bro. Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. That would be under the category of a bad dad joke.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
Have you heard good dad jokes?
Good dad jokes. So, for example, and this is totally going to be on a side topic here, but do you ever see Will Ferrell and Mark Wahlberg, yes, go back and forth? Oh my god, it is hilarious.
Was it on Jimmy Fallon, or was it on a late night show? I can't remember.
No, I think I don't remember what it was.
If they were just doing a promotion of their
the movie
Daddy's Home or something like that.
Yeah. And so that's what makes me think of it. Oh my goodness. So Catherine,
Have you seen?
Go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say with the Will Ferrell thing, there are like videos I've seen floating around of him and this little baby girl.
Oh yes,
and
it's
she's
so
like,
old.
well, she's like the landlord or whatever. I don't know. I just saw this. I lose it. I'm like,
I literally just
if
saw
you
that
have
tonight.
not seen, I recommend.
I have. It's great.
So that's funny. You just saw that now, right?
Yeah.
I think that one is from, dear God, what row would you say, like a decade or two ago?
Yeah, it's been out for a while. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But it's coming back around. They're doing like throwback stuff. And literally, it's so funny bringing that up, Catherine, because I just saw that tonight, right before we went onto the podcast. And I'm thinking, holy crap, she's bringing it up. I'm telling you what, the government's listening. They know what we're doing. It's what's happening.
Oh, no.
This is what's happening. Big Brother's watching, Ro.
Big Brother is watching.
They are always
Hopefully we
watching
get
and
paid
listening.
for this.
No.
For advertising?
That's right. That's right, yeah. But, I mean, goodness, yesterday I saw a guy spill all his Scrabble letters on the road. I asked him, what's the word on the street?
Oh my God. What a quack.
Oh, oh, that's quacky.
Well, you know, speaking of streets, I have a fear of speed bumps, but I'm slowly getting over it.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh,
Oh, so, Catherine, tell us, what is your stanky smell that you can't stand?
Oh, I was sitting there trying to think of it. The diaper one was a good one. I couldn't last 3 days. I had one of those diaper pails. I couldn't do it. See, it's weird. I used to never. My mom would always, we'd be on road trips. My mom would be like, "Oh, you smell that skunk?" And I could never smell it ever. And my parents were always like, "There's something wrong with you." Once I had my kids, I could smell, like, it's like something inside my head just opened up, and I can't stand skunks. Is the most vile smell I've ever smelled.
I agree.
But do you know that foxes actually put off a smell worse than skunks?
What?
Oh,
really?
Oh yeah. Oh, they're that gland. The dogs do it too. When they get really scared or something, they put off that smell. But foxes are far worse. They don't do it as often, but foxes smell really bad.
Oh, you just made me think of one of the ones I really, really, really can't stand. So I'm wondering, and I'm gonna look into this.
I think I know where you're going with this. I
don't know if you do. So there's actually two things. One of them, Ro, you know, because I literally had a biatch fit about this a couple weeks ago.
Dog.
It has everything to do with dogs. Yes.
Yes, I know.
So first, so for about 3-4 weeks straight or more, I had the smell on my passenger seat of my car, the smell of like dirty cystitis, urinary issue, pee smell in my car. And as it got warmer and the sun would set and go on that black seat, it would fester. It was horrid. I mean, and other times it'd be cold, and I can't put the windows down because it'd just freeze my butt off, and the heater can't keep up with it. It's just like, it was a no-win situation. I despise that smell. I hate it so much. And my second one is, have you ever smelled when you scare a dog and they spray their anal glands?
Oh, it's so gross.
That's the smell that Gracie did.
No, I can't do it. I've had to express those before, and no. Not enough foo-foo spray can cover up the smell of that. I just no.
So
I always had to keep a second pair of like pants just in case things went wrong.
Oh,
oh my goodness.
So gross.
Because that smell doesn't go away.
It doesn't. It's in there for like weeks. Weeks.
Yeah. Okay, so I have a story about this. And I don't know if you have heard about this one, Catherine, but my mom literally wanted to beat me senseless when I did this to her.
No.
So, excuse me. So, a buddy of mine, we call him Chubbs. It's Greg, but he goes by Chubbs. So, he was at one point had something to do with the firefighters. I don't know if he was volunteering or what he did, but he had a full firefighter outfit, right? So my mom's greatest fear for the longest time was my dad being out of town and her being home with just the kids and somebody breaking into the house.
Oh no, you didn't.
So mom was sleeping in her room with just the dog, and Chubbs came over and suited me up in his firefighter outfit. Mask and all, the whole shebang. So I'm like, like the whole shebang. And I walk up the stairs, bust in her room, and all she sees is the silhouette of this like astronaut, creepy, whatever thing. So she's freaking out, she's cussing, she's screaming, she's having a complete breakdown. And my brother's dog was a black lab named Jake. Was there. I scared the crap out of this dog, and he sprayed his anal glands all over the room. So I noticed eventually what was happening. My mom was about to have a damn heart attack. I ripped off the helmet. I was like, "Mom, it's me. I'm just playing a joke. I'm playing a joke." And she goes, I'm gonna kill you! and she looks at me and goes, and that smell, you're cleaning it up. I'm not doing it.
Well, I hope you learned your lesson.
Oh my, no,
Poor
not at
mom.
all. Because here's the thing with the Knabs, we don't get mad, we get even.
Oh no.
And she's done a good job with the years of trying to embarrass the crap out of me, so it's all good.
Good. Well, when she's on the podcast, I'm sure we will
Oh, we'll,
God love
into
mom.
that.
we
Yeah.
will revisit that. I feel like the moms and the dads podcast would be good because they could last a very long time.
Need the special Mother's Day podcast
Yep,
with
that's
your
what
mom.
we're. Yeah, I think that's what we're doing. Yeah.
She's
Oh
awesome.
man. So speaking of like firefighter helmets and all that jazz, did you hear about the claustrophobic astronaut? He just needed a little space. Oh man.
Oh,
You'll be here all week, right?
I'll be here all week, everybody.
So I got another one for favorite smells because
Yeah.
I just was sitting here. I've got the door open, the screen door open, and I'm seeing flashes, and there's a thunderstorm rolling
Oh
in. The
yes.
smell of a good thunderstorm.
Mhm.
Good rain. Good
Or-
downpour rain. Yep.
Yeah, or the rain when it's hitting the astroturf, and just like that,
AstroTurf?
or not the oh my dear gosh, the asphalt. So like it's been a hot summer day, right? And the rain comes down, it kind of cools down the asphalt. You know what I mean? And you just kind of smell that cooling down smell. No, nobody ever felt that. Just is
See,
it
I
just
don't
me?
like I don't like the smell of asphalt or any of that.
I
stuff.
like the smell of rain, so
I
I don't care what it touches as long as it
That's
smells
right.
good.
I sit there. We have a metal roof at work, and we have a little awning over right by my window. So when it rains, it hits that metal roof. It's like a tin roof sound,
Oh, that's
Yeah.
and it is
I like
it is so hard not to fall asleep at my desk when that noise.
Yeah. I grew up. My grandparents had a barn, and we had horses and stuff. And the overhang out of the barn that the horses went in and out of was a tin roof, and I'd just sit underneath there and listen to it rain, and it was
Oh,
so
yeah.
peaceful. And I have an air conditioner in my window, and when it rains, it hits that tune. It sounds like it, and it's so good.
Uh-huh. So speaking
Such a
of
good sound.
water, do you guys know what sits at the bottom of the sea and twitches? A nervous wreck.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, come on. That was a good one.
That
I mean,
bad.
I got dad jokes for days. Speaking of, there is
know.
lightning like crazy just west of here.
Oh yeah, I'm sitting here. I don't know which direction you are from me, but it is going off.
Yeah.
outside.
Oh, I'm looking at the map right now. Holy mackerel.
We're supposed to get storms tonight.
Whew, yeah. There's a very large red line that's coming this way.
Dun, dun, dun.
Well, that's
Brace
gonna be
yourselves.
fun. Absolutely.
Well, it could be pouring down rain. This is what's crazy about out here. I have been at my parents at their farm, and it was completely dry, and literally not even a quarter of a mile down the road, it is a white rain, and it never hits us.
Wow.
Oh,
And you
yeah.
go to the stop sign, and it's just soaked, and we're like, we didn't get a dang drop.
Yeah.
There's been a couple times where, and this is just a regular house. It's raining in the backyard, but not the front yard.
Yes, I've had that happen too. It is so
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I remember going down to your parents' farm, and I got there to help your dad get the hay real quick, and literally
Oh, yeah.
just right when I got there, it started to downpour. I felt so bad.
Oh yeah, every time we cut and bale hay, it rains.
Yeah.
And you
that's
try and
awful.
time
That's
it.
awful.
Yeah, because if it does that, that's another thing. Is freshly cut grass.
Oh, yeah. I was thinking about that earlier. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I did that today. I cut the grass today. It smelled amazing.
Ooh.
So, I've been looking through my jokes here and thinking of a good final one to give to you guys before we call it quits here. And being inside all this time, got to do some exercises and think about what's going on. But I feel very lazy, right? So, what kind of exercise do lazy people do? Diddly squats. You're welcome.
So I'm not to cut you off, but there's hail
Oh, wow.
hitting my house,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's the size of marbles.
Oh, man. Well, let's do this. We're gonna actually, and we're at a good time frame anyways. We're about half an hour in. We're gonna kind of leave this one here. But Catherine, would you like to say anything to everybody out there? Any closing thoughts or comments?
just stay safe, wash your hands, and don't touch your face.
That's right. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to the podcast. If you like the podcast, go ahead and jack that like button right in the nose. Don't forget to tell your friends and family about the Knab and Rose Show. And as always, this podcast is a wrap.
Till next time, kids.